you're joining me somewhere a bit different this time. We're in the map, and let's give it a go and see what needs to be changed, what works, what doesn't work. We've got a nice little starting area with our teased exit. I still need to do something about that, which I say every time. I like that you have to dive out of your starting hiding place to get the better weapons, which encourages you to stay out here rather than stay in cover. Alright. So that's the first fight. I think I noted earlier that it might be good to have a few more hit scanners scattered around. Just to keep you on your toes and make sure that you have to prioritize. Oh, it's my birthday, by the way. I got a big sun lamp for the basement. Unfortunately, I've set it up in a bad place and it's shining directly into my eyes, so all the levels seem a bit darker than they are. I'll fix that. Alright, this corridor is a bit cramped, especially you can see these decorations here, taking up a lot of room. I need to expand these, possibly just put these just onto the walls instead of jutting out, because they're kind of awkward to move through. I'd like, when you shoot that one, I'd like the Spectre here to wake up and start pursuing you. We've probably got quite a lot of ammunition already. Alright, that's everyone woken up here. So putting the enemies either side of the player can make things interesting. And, okay, so they're too obvious there. I'll need to go back and put them somewhere else. This whole thing's a bit small, actually. I might try to demonstrate how to make things bigger, having already committed to their size. I often find this really useful, just going through a level and speaking through it and taking audio notes on what I'd like to change. Even if I'm not eventually going to put it onto YouTube. Well, that's the Cacodemon. There's a lot to deal with at once in this map. It's only an M2, so it's not going to be a massive odyssey to get through, but there's a lot going on, and I like how that's turned out. Wonder if I should put a supercharge over there to taunt the player into thinking there's some way over here. The other thing that I need to be careful about secrets is that in the past I put the big rewards kind of at the end of a map, but you shouldn't have them at the end of the map, you should have them somewhere towards the middle, because once the players at the end of the map have already dealt with most of the monsters. Alright. I think I need more ammunition than that. This still looks unfinished. I have no idea what I was doing here, but we'll go back and clean that up. This could be a little building here rather than a sort of wall that looks a bit out of place. And other things look good. Here's our trap. Oh yeah, I was going to make a couple of Cacodemons, maybe spawn up there. Not worth getting that. I will take that. Can bullets go through there? Yeah. Can projectiles go through those? I'll check later. That is perfect. I love it. I might make the room a bit more dingy and hellish, so it doesn't share the same decoration style. Oh my goodness, it doesn't share the same decoration style as the room that you started in. Though of course it is. might drop a medikit down here just to keep the player going, although maybe maybe it was my own carelessness' fault there. Maybe a couple of medikits at the back of the spider chamber that you have to risk to get. Make sure that your average health is still going up despite your exposure to bullets. I'd like to change these walls to some kind of stony effect like the other route, I think. But we'll see what looks best. Maybe a alcove there that you have to run along here and strafe into. Let's see, should I use the switch? Should I try going over here? Yep, that's very easy, okay. I suppose I should... Well, let's check the switch route works first. And we'll do some other testing later. Oh, do you know what would be amazing? I'll tell you in a moment. I think the water does need to be lowered down here. I'll make a little waterfall there. Right, okay. Aforementioned amazing thing. If there were a secret there, and by secret I mean a 32 pixel wide corridor, which usually the player can't get through, but I think if they're aligned perfectly by using a teleporter, they'll be able to do it. And it'll take a bit of creativity to notice that you can go across all the way here. It will mean I will have to give a platform down-up movement to this sector that's going to rise there, so that I don't block the player off from the secret. I don't really like secrets that you can miss. But I think that has the potential to be very interesting. Wonder if I should release a few more monsters as well on that switch. This can definitely open and reveal some monsters. And we've still to do this library section as well. I'd like another room just down there. Have a few pickups, a few monsters. There's the yellow key. And we're out. Now, I didn't see the yellow key go down with my own eyes, because they both were affected by that switch. What I think I'm going to do is make the yellow key column trigger when I go over this line, so that the player can actually see it go down. And then adjust the battlements, crenellations, can't remember the name, so that the player can just hop down here without having to slide along a different route. And of course, I can make some monsters teleport in as well. Whoa, okay. I need to make some better hiding places here to make the encounter fair. Alright, I don't much like that there's another 32 pixel wide gap there. Which is awkward because the player can see through it but they can't quite get through it. Well, I forgot about that! And I think some liquid on the floor here would be good to make it less boring. Alright, so from here, I can really just pick off the enemies from the entrance. Maybe what I should do is arrange this so that you have to take a lift going up. And then open the door and then you're in the thick of it. Well, oh, that's quite a good surprise as well, that the floor just drops away after you think you've dealt with everything. Right, here's some health. I'm not totally sure about this switch here. But we'll see. Ammunition. Okay. So that makes things go up. You pull them down again. I want to make sure that the player can get out of all of these. Looks good. One more. Fantastic, okay. So having done that, the player can move that up and move that up another time. And now they can get access to the secret with the chainsaw. It works. Oh, missing texture there. We'll sort that out. And maybe I'll have a switch just here to lower the platform again, because it's not totally obvious that these are going to help you. Not totally obvious that that texture means lowering the platform as well. But it's important to have it there so that if the player falls in accidentally, then they can get out again. I like this as well. I'd like to make it something other than this sort of placeholder wood texture that I've got here. Make it look like an actual place instead of a bunch of corridors that are rammed together. Which, of course, it is. Oh, yes. That's pretty good as well. Ow. Okay, now we're back here. And so we can go back to the Spider Mastermind however we like. And by sneaking around there, that will eventually be the end of our level. Good. So after testing that, I think the map's beginning to develop a bit of personality. I've got an idea of what each of the areas are now. The intro and the spider room, then there's the tunnels, the dock, the rooftops, castle, library, the river area, the drain, the town square, which is really a town hexagon, the corridors, and the north bit. Going through that test gave me a fairly healthy list of things to adjust that I noted down as I went, some from gameplay, some I thought of afterwards. I've separated them by whether they're quick fixes, bigger adjustments, or whole new additions. Not all the Fs or the Ns or the As will be the same size. They just give me an idea of the kind of work that's going to be involved. It is a big list, because that was the first trial run, but we'll use what we've gathered from that to improve the map and see if anything else emerges as we go. So I've picked out 10 of what I think are the easiest tasks to start off with, and we'll see how much time that takes us. First of all, I think the easiest one is going to be to add a blue door action to here. And I'm wondering if having a door that points off to a tag that doesn't exist would be sufficient. We can test it and see. Yes. Okay, so that's not going to interfere with anything if I do have a blue key. It's just not going to do anything. That is fantastic. Okay, that's that solved. What's next? We're going to do something a bit more substantial. We are going to go to the river area, and we're going to retexture this in a sort of stony way, like the concrete that I have here. Let's see what OTEX can throw up for us. I kind of like these. Oh, they've changed. There they go. I kind of like these, the rough rocks, but still bricks. Not absolutely sure I'd tile the whole thing with them. It's not bad. Maybe this could be a building here, and this could be a building here, but we're going to have some rocks on the outside of the area. That's got to be a concrete wall. Oh, it's man-made. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's do the outside in rock. Not that one, that can still be a building. And we'll make this a bit less regular as a consequence of that. And that will make it look a bit more rocky and less man-made. You don't want to go absolutely mad with it, because then it just looks too busy. And I think I may have slightly overdone it already, but we'll see. This is going to be a building. Building it shall remain. I can do this as a building with less, with a different texture. Maybe this one here. Will it work? Will it not? I think it will work, but I want it to be a bit less. There we go. All right. And I can lower the ceiling of this place a bit, I think. And we want some rocks here as well. Maybe that? Yeah, that'll do. Whoop, thank you. All right, that looks good. We're going to need to unpeg a lot of those. This building could be something different as well. I wonder what. Yeah, just having these sort of different style, the bricks and wood, as the same, not the same as the first area, might make it look a lot better. All right. The next thing was to lower the water level here, so that I've got a better hiding place for those cacodemons. So let's do that. We'll move these demons back a bit. We're actually going to move this wall as well. Let me just check what that's done to the texture. That's all salvageable. That looks fine. Actually, that's a 32. That's 32 as well. Going to do my corner here. And maybe I need to do something different in here as well, once the players got into this little area. Where's it gone? There it is. Is there some kind of stucco? There is as well. That's great. That'll do. A small hellish dwelling somewhere in here. Let's see then. We've got this. Right. Okay. So this is what we were going to do. We were going to make the water drop down here, and I'll make the water drop down here as well. Doesn't need to be a lot. In fact, it needs to be very little. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to use the fall texture. This one's going to go down by 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you, and you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you as well. Okay. That's us already. Trying to decide if I should lower the roof a bit. So if I do it by 8. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's upper unpeg those so that they're aligned. And what should I do here? Should move this down as well. And I'll actually move this up too. And put our little barrier on there. Let's see. Wow, I do say that all the time. Did I not move this down further? Control-Shift-R. Okay, that's good. Let's move that switch up. Okay, and we have our little dam area. The next thing I'm flying off to fix is the yellow key trigger line. I decided that I don't want this line to lower this, so I'm going to retag this 17. Instead of that, we're going to make sure it happens when the player crosses this line. And that's a floor. So is it? It's a floor lower and change text. No, it's not change texture. Can't do that. Can't. Because I always think it's going to change texture to whatever's surrounding it. It's not. It's going to change texture to whatever's on the other side of the line there. So floor lower to lowest floor, and it's a W1. Floor lower to above highest floor. You know what? Let's do that. Let's see what that does. Right, moving to the north side of the map. These pillars, I didn't like these because they were too close together. I'll move those. Move this one a bit further out, maybe. That looks like it's probably okay. And I wanted this to be liquid and not just a sort of great-looking thing. So what liquids do we have in OTEX? That one will do. Perfect. And I like the way that you're climbing out of it from here. Let's do something about these walls as well. The wooden walls were good for the start, but they've kind of become a placeholder now because the rest of the map just inherited them while I was building it out. What looks a bit drainy? Yeah, that one will do. That looks sufficiently unpleasant. Where am I going? That's here. Is the one that works for just having 8 wide in a column. I think that does. That does quite well. And we'll do the same thing. So we've got a border going from our wood to our iron section here. Last thing for here, we need to change this wooden texture at the top. And you know, that can have the ceiling that I originally had on the floor. All right. So that sorted this out. The next thing I wanted to do was have a lift up to this area so that the player didn't have an escape. I don't think I've left myself an awful lot of room for that, but we'll see what we can do. If we make a bit more room around here, we might need to move this corridor just slightly. Let's see. And we're going to use these walls again. What I'd really like is enough room to cover that area with a ceiling, which I don't currently have. But maybe I can pull things around. If I start the player off here and have a set of steps going down. And that makes the player more vulnerable as well. 1, 2. 1, 2. And one more, please. Okay. And we've got some stony walls here. So that's, yeah, I do have a stony kind of texture. That's good. So now what? I go to there. And this will become a lift that starts in that position and lifts the player up. So let's make this a platform. No, let's not make it a platform, let's make it a lift. And it's going to be switched repeatedly. If lower weight raise fast. 0 does not mean use the sector on the other side of the line def in vanilla Doom or Boom. We've got to tag it. And that will bring us up to here. Okay. So now we just want to make this look like a lift. We'll use some vertical seams. I thought there was no plat texture, but let's see, do any of the pipe textures look interactable? Not really. Oh, maybe this. We put a bit of caution tape around it. Okay, that's good. And I'm actually going to give the player an alternative to this as well, just in case it isn't intuitive to hit the lift. Because it's no bother really to just provide a switch as well. I'm just deciding where my seams for the lift should be. Don't want to offer the player any chance to hide behind anything here. That looks decent. All right. These stand out a bit, don't they? But we'll keep it like that for now. I'll also... Oh, no, I won't, because I've just said I don't want the player to have any hiding places. Maybe there's no harm in this. Just like having not a completely regularly shaped lift. That'll do, okay. So, we've got our lift up, we've got our lack of way to return, and that'll do. We've got to put a switch up here as well. And this can indent into the wall, so I can use one of the Otex big switch textures. I think I might end up actually just using one of these. Let's see. No, these look okay. These'll fit the mood. And I wonder if this whole area should be under a shadow as well. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that'll do. Let's make that appear in the right place. And we've got our switch above the town. And we need our texture on there. Okay. And this should do exactly the same as these. 24723 is the action. That's going to happen on sector 13. Oh, hang on a minute. These aren't tagged. In vanilla, that would be a disaster. Because if you try to... I mean, maybe it's different on Boom. I don't know. But generally, on vanilla, if you try to perform an action on tag 0, you will perform an action on everything that isn't tagged. So instead of doing that, let's do that on tag 13. I'm definitely going to have to get together some kind of WAD arrangement for OTEX and Doom 1 so that I can properly test this on Boom. The last thing I wanted to do in my group of 10 was something a Mr. Blue Phoenix told me in the comments, that the thing that I didn't understand about numeric versus triggered actions is actually what will help me out here with this fake exit not becoming the right texture. Because the model, where is it? Change texture only, target directly. Model, yes. So model doesn't refer to the action that's taking place or the line def that it's coming from or the sector that's going to. Model means the sector to model your change on. So model trigger means do it the traditional Doom way, model the change on the sector on the other side of the line def. Model numeric makes it behave like I described the donut working before, where it will look for the lowest numbered line def that isn't under certain conditions in the target sector, and then we'll find the sector on the other side of that. I think that's what GraphSal was trying to tell us in the original post, but we'll find that out. We're going to, yeah, we've got that off, so that's... Look at what this does. Yep, that's done exactly what Blue Phoenix said it was. It's used the sector on the opposite side of the pool sector to get its texture. Alright, while we're at it, let's get rid of these. And then I think we need to work on decorating this room some more. Oh, wait, I forgot to actually put the switch in, having said I would do it earlier. We'll put it about here. These two can join together. And we'll just put a switch in this wall. Where am I going? That's there, that's over here. Okay, so that platform needs to be at the top. This will be our switch. And I've messed this up because I want this switch to be set back. Like that'll do. That's good. Alright, so this will do exactly the same as this, except it'll be... No, it will actually do exactly the same as this. It'll be switch, repeated, lift lower rate, raise fast, on tag 18. So that's action 123 on tag 18. Right. So just in case this doesn't look like a lift, we've got a switch to do it as well. I think I saw this in Doom Zero first. I could be misattributing it, but yeah, I realized that there was a platform with a switch next to it, but the platform worked anyway, because why would you bother putting an obstacle in the player's way? Because you know what they meant. And one other thing about these, I wanted the crenellations, the pointy things, to move aside a bit. So that you'd have a line of sight and a line of and a path down to the key. What's this look like? Yep, I can go down there, I can go there. And that didn't move. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, so that's got the ramparty kind of idea that I want, but it's no longer going to block the player if they want to just hop down there. Good. Okay, having done my 10 easy ones, or most straightforward ones, I think the next lot that I want to tackle are widening the map up a bit, which, like I've mentioned before, can be a bit painful, so get your medication out, and we'll see if we can do this together. I think what I'd like to do is expand the bodies of water in the map in general. So I'm going to go about there, select those, and we'll see what happens when I start dragging these around. Definitely recommend saving before you start this. Let's just see at a high level. I want to get to a point where I've got... Yep, that vertex will do. It's right on a grid. So let's move this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, not bad. Let's move a few things back again, having done that. And we'll gradually sort out the tangle. Let's see. This needs to go back over here. I like having the long wall there. These, I think I'll move back over here. And we were somewhere around there, weren't we? Right. Okay, that's done quite a few things for me. Not all of them bad. It's expanded this, which is what I wanted. It's given me room to move this pool around, which is great. Maybe I'll compromise a bit on this. Move these vertices over so I can have a slightly bigger... No, that'll do. All right, now let's tidy things up a bit. See if I can get them to resemble the things that I want again. I'm going to move this section over there. Let's put our key back where it belongs. Our cacodemon can go over here. We've displaced a couple of you. And the whole lot of you, actually. Back in things mode, please. Can go back where you belong. Right, let's see. Just checking what else I wanted from this, because I wanted to expand the tunnels generally as well. Maybe not expand, but at least sort of get rid of some of these decorations that make it too cramped. So I can... I think I can actually just join this entire thing into one sector with Shift-J. And then instead of having the explicit decorations on the corners, well, yeah, exactly, have this. Thank you very much for thank you very much for recognizing that. Same here, and just for anywhere there's a corner. And I'll put the same over here. Okay, that'll work. I'd like to move these over just a bit, so we've still got this little choke point here. Let's make sure that these are aligned and back in their box. You two can come in. I'm going to expand your little shelf there. And this could do with being a different texture, I think. Without it looking overwhelming. Look at that. I reduced the brightness there without realizing that, of course, I was on full bright mode. Alright, we've got our demons. Let's have a shotgun out there. And one more down here. Maybe I'll turn him into a zombie man, actually. Just put 2 of them. Alright. Now we've got a wider area to deal with over here. I'd like to maybe make some of that water as well. Maybe pull that up to there. Let's see what this is doing. All right. Again, these stairs can look awkward if you step a texture up and up and up. But I'm wondering actually if by using something like this, I could make it look better. This needs to be a multiple of 64 as well. Multiple of 32, not 64. That's pretty good. Yeah, all right, that's good. And the idea of why I'm doing this is because once the player gets the yellow key, I'd like there to be a bit of an ambush around here. Let's see now. If the stairs are here, then they could just kind of retreat. So maybe putting a bigger enemy up here, just as soon as that yellow key is released. That would help. So let's put a teleport destination in here. It will need to be a tagged sector. This one's going to be number 19. And we want a monster closet for these to enter. Now let me think about how I'm going to do that. I could make a monster wake up when you come into the library, instantly hit a monster teleport line, and then be held somewhere until it's time to teleport out again. And the time to teleport out again is when these lower to the lowest floor. I think, or maybe that it's, yeah, maybe it's on here, floor lower to 8 above highest floor. That is going to be on tag 17. So let's do that. I'm going to put a Baron of Hell into here to notice you when you come into the library. This will be a teleport for monsters only. Walk once. And it's going to go to tag 20. Tag 20 is going to be a holding pen. Down here. And we're going to make this a blocker. So what's going to happen is, that's wrong, we're going to use a teleport destination. We're going to put this in sector tag 20 so that it moves to there. Does this actually move to the teleport destination, the line? No, it doesn't. Okay, never mind. Small detail. Baron of Hell goes here. Teleport monsters only to tag 20. It goes there. This line will make the floor lower to above 8 highest floor on tag 17. So this also has to be tag 17. We also have to make sure that the Baron has room to get up on here, because monsters can't step up on the stair that's lower than their own width. I think that'll just about do it, but to be safe, I'm going to do it like that. Alright, so, not that, there, okay. This floor will lower down when we cross that line. And this line will teleport monsters only to tag 90. And that'll be there, okay. Let's just see if that works. Not a start you want when you're going into the Dune map. And there he is, okay. Alright. Drifting a bit further away from my stated goal of widening all these pools just now, but well, we'll get there. The other thing I wanted to do was the river. And something like that'll do. And it doesn't have to be anywhere near as dramatic as the other one I did. Maybe a bit down here. Yeah, something like that, okay. Alright, that's given us a bit of breathing space. It seemed a bit too cramped and small before. Let's put our monsters back where they belong. Can't remember where they belong, but we won't let that stop us. Alright. I think we're just about there. Need to do something here as well. Could make a morbid little decoration. That's actually a bit higher than I thought, but never mind. Let's use not the support texture. You. And... oh, can I not use... yeah, I can't use flats as walls, or the vice versa, in Boom. Use that there. Have I gone all the way around yet? I've forgotten. All right, and we can move these out and string up some bodies on it. That looks pretty good. We'll do some more detailing. But that looks pretty good. What are they under? Obstacles? Decoration? Dead player, dead hanging legs, hanging pair of legs, one-legged. Don't really like these. They almost look very out of place to me. However, that might be what we're going to use. All right, one leg. And Mussolini can go there. And there'll be a pair of legs there. Okay. The other one can be left vacant, free space. $9.99 a month. Okay. Just trying to think of what to do here, because I remember messing this up quite a lot a couple of days ago. We'll see. There's the okay. I also want to make a load of other monsters spawn in when the yellow key's collected. And for that, I'm just going to do a lot of 64 by 64 sectors that otherwise don't really do anything. We're just going to tag them. 21, 22, 23. And we'll have a big box of monsters. That are separated from some teleportation lines by some sort of obstacle. And depending on how they choose to randomly distribute themselves, they can go over there. Okay. Don't want to go absolutely mad, but I want to go a bit mad. So for one encounter, I'd like to concentrate on foot enemies. For another one, I'll concentrate on flying ones. I may never got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 will do. And we can always adjust the size of this encounter. Couple of shotgunners instead of humans. Alright, so this line will teleport monsters only. Oh, and it won't be W1, it'll be WR, walk repeatedly. This one will go to tag 22. This one to tag 23. This one to tag 24, and these actually need the action on them as well. What was it? 1, 2, 4? No, it definitely was not that. 1, 2, 5. No, 1, 2, 6. We will keep getting there if we count it. Okay, right. And we want not to do that before this has lowered. And this is also going to be tag 17, maybe? Do I want that to happen on tag 17? Or do I want it to happen when I lower those ones? I'm going to go with 17 just now. We'll see what the mood of the ambush is later. Oh yeah, I was going to put a little sniper in here as well. Now this is ambush, ambush, ambush. He isn't. He will react as soon as the player comes out of here. And that means we should have just a little bit of defense for the monsters. That'll do. It's looking pretty good, isn't it? Let's alter this a bit. Don't like this much. If I go into my river area, do I think just some concrete would work here? Maybe. I'll just soften up these edges. I don't like walls that go around in fewer than 90 degrees. It's okay. It's not my favourite. Is this my favourite? I kind of like that, actually. Let's use that. And I need to do more over here. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'll mark that down as something I need to come back to. The other thing that I wanted to do was to make this building. So let's do that. Instead of just being open to the sky. Oops. Went a bit far beyond the sky there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. Let's press tab, so we're not rendering the sky. That'll make things easier. And use that. Okay. Yeah, I like this. Again, this is something we can make more interesting later. Where is that ceiling reaching to? So I'd like the ceiling to go to about here. Good, okay. Take that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Make those go down 4. And we'll continue our ceiling. Oops, that's wrong. Held down Shift, which does all the adjacent ceilings. What I wanted to do was Shift and Control, which selects the adjacent ceilings that are of the same height. Might want to back this off just a little so that I don't have the abrupt change right at this seam there. Maybe I'll make it there. And Yeah, half of you can do that. That'll do. And I think we need to sort something out here because this wall just doesn't look right against the back. I'll need to use. Actually, do you know what? Can I just use it all down? Let's do that. I think that looks good. Let's make a doorway. How high is that? 72, that's good. I just want to align this correctly. Upper unpegged. I'll do it, okay. And let's put some scenery in here. You ambush? Yes, you are. Good. You two can go over there. We can have some demon just ready to run out of the castle at you. And because we've added quite a few more monsters, I'll put some shells and bullets scattered around. Got my bait. That was over there, wasn't it? What have I not done here? Made that tag 24, 23, 22, 21, 22, 23. Alright, you'll be 21 then. Alright, so that's our ambush on the way back from this route. Our ambush on the way back from this route. Actually, I want to change a few things about here as well, because this is too straight, something that I've never been accused of at all. The thing I want to change about this is just to make it bendier, make it less of a straight line all the way from here all the way up there, and instead make it a bit more interesting. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the corners at the other end of this set of tunnels. Alright, maybe, just to make things a bit interesting, I'll have some curves here, make it look like they're just not as regular, basically. Don't really know what I'm doing here. I'll do. Oh yeah, that was another thing that I said in passing. I'd maybe like you to wake up, but not before the players crossed about here. So that's some sound blocking lines. Maybe an imp as well. Okay. Alright, what was I saying before I got started on that? We were going to do this. And I'm going to do this by trying to rotate some sectors, and you can tell me if that's a bad idea. I'm going to select these sectors. You know what? Actually, we're going to delete this sector first so that I don't have to worry about what's going on up here. We're going to select those, and we're going to press E to edit selection, and we're going to rotate one. Okay, one notch will do for now. Right, now we're going to take this lot, and we're going to rotate with E. Another notch. Where was that? About there? Alright, let's do the next layer. Press E and there. And then this lot, finally. I'm just keeping an eye on where that vertex was at the start. Okay. No, I've seen better, but I've seen worse. And that means that I'll be able to finish off the tunnel like this. Whoa, that's wonky. Like that. Where are you going? All right. And finally with straight sector. Yeah, that'll work. And that will prevent the issue with just the straight line that I mentioned before. Something will happen up here, not quite sure what yet. And what I'm going to do is the same as what I did before. I'm just going to lay a trail of health bottles up here, indicating that this is some mysterious place that the player is eventually going to go. Alright, what did I want to do here? I wanted to move these around so that the player isn't having to just go in a straight line all the time. And we're going to achieve that like this. Okay, let's see how well it connects up. Oh, that's excellent. I love the little drop into the water area. I'll put some more concrete up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the wood texture, not the concrete one. One extra spectre over there. We'll put in some alcoves for light. Give the player something interesting to look at down that way rather than just a flat wall. And I'll do the same kind of concrete floor on both of these. And that will also let me put in something that I'd wanted to do as a secret. Just to give a passage to the actual other side of this, which will give the player green armor. Let's see how I can do that without making it look, totally obvious. It's a bit of distance. So if I make this drop to there, the question is, how do I make that drop to there? Nothing's quite ever simple in the world of having no scripting language. Oh, can I disguise it like this? That'd be amazing. If that were there. Oh, what was that texture? I've forgotten. Was it one of the doors? Was it one of the woods? That was it. And if I make this open it up. It's going to be a floor lower, or actually maybe platform, lift, lower weight raise, walk repeatedly, fast. Tag will be, what have I not used, 24. My hope is that that will drop the platform to, probably drop it to there though, wouldn't it? We'll see. Control and F9. Whoa, okay, steady on. Let's put God mode on, let's kill some monsters. What wasn't that? Oh, kill monsters. Thank you. Yeah, that moves it all the way down. So instead of doing that, we want to get it down to there. Which means this also needs to be 16 by 16. This also needs to be 16 off the floor. But there's no way to make it not completely obvious. No, maybe this will be another monster that's hiding a little pickup, and the trick will be that there's also another little bonus past here. The smaller pickup will be a stim pack and maybe a little bit of ammunition. And you will be a bonus unto yourself. Alright, back to brightness, because I just want to check something. This is all 112, that's 96, okay, that's good. Yeah, I wanted this to be just a little bit brighter, maybe another notch, than the surrounding dinginess. We'll also make this the site of our ambush. So what we're going to do with here is we're going to make tag 25, walk once, lower floor, a floor lower. And can I have my holding pen again, please? Put them here. So this one will be tag 25, and our teleports are going to be 26, 27, 28. And this time I'm going to have quite a lot of lost souls, actually loads of lost souls. 10 of you, and just a couple of cacodemons. I don't want to go crazy with it. I think I mentioned that before, and then concluded that I actually very much do want to go crazy. And the demons. You can fly in as well. Alright. So 26, 27, 28. 26 can be there. 27 can actually be right here. Let's make them appear throughout this area. And where can 20? 28 can be down in the pool. That's the right elevation. This is not. Of course, I go to the teleport destination because I'm used to having to tag that. All right. What remains is a sound tunnel to wake these demons up and to wake these ones up as well. We didn't have to do it for the Baron because he's already woken up when he's teleported into our holding area. So for these, we have a couple of options. We could merge a sector here with there, and we could just build an actual little tunnel to carry the sound. I think I'm going to do the second one on this occasion, just because it's fairly easy to do it. And you can go there. All right, and that will ensure, if we look at our sound propagation again, that will ensure that at some point these monsters get woken up, they're moving around, they're going to run into those teleporter lines. So that's our red key and blue key ambushes sorted out. Going to do just a couple more little adjustments here, adding ramparts, where I stretched out the wall. And we'll look at what else we have to do next time. I think we're getting quite close to where I want this to be.